Because whether you're wooing or booing, love to hate me, hate to love me, it doesn't change the fact that I am the greatest WWE superstar in the history of this industry.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Ooh, you suck.
What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope I'm having a blessed Tuesday. If you're watching this before I get started, before I clock in for this week's shift for Monday Night Raw, just got to do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. I'm at 352 here on YouTube. Crazy. And I got a good amount of subs yesterday as people are liking the Oscar video. Thank you. And I just did that shit on a whim. Like, I seen the shit going on. I'm like, I had to talk about it. And I'm still seeing the incels, the cucks getting mad. Oh, you sound lonely and desperate. Okay. Okay, buddy. You're the one outing yourself. You think that kind of behavior is acceptable? But once again, I gotta say thank you to everybody that subbed, right? I'm getting better, all right? Working on my editing, right? To try to make these reviews as fun and as entertaining as I can. I mean, despite me not being able to use footage, I try using footage here and there, and it was like this instant rejection. So, trying to figure out how to find some loopholes, you know what I mean? And it's only a matter of time before I perfect my craft, you know what I mean? Before I become a master at this editing shit for you guys. Enough of that, let's get into this video. And how do we start Raw? The same way they do every single fucking week. We see random wrestlers walking into the building. And who do we have here this week? First, we see Sami Zayn, the black sheep of the WWE. He's looking conflicted. Is it because he looks like a Zamboni driver, or is it because he has to put over CM Punk here tonight? Speak of the devil, here's CM Punk rocking a fitted Cleveland Indians hat for the cheap pop. Like, he ain't slick. Right here, fucking liquid cocaine espresso. You ain't slick, Punk. I see right through you. Alright. Next, we see Judgment Day or the Judgment Jobbers. Like, this group is so fucking dead. Who cares about Judgment Day, man? Does anybody really care at this point? I sure as a fuck don't. But I do like that shirt Dominic was rocking. That was dope. I still gotta get me an Eddie Guerrero shirt one of these days. Next, we see the beautiful Io Sky, and look at the ratings here for 2K25. I'm not mad at it. 89 is fine for Io. 91 for Liv, okay. You know, she did her thing last year. Fine. Not a big deal. Next, we see Charlotte Flair. Woo! And man, like, just look at her now, and look at her back when she's in NXT. Man, oh man. Homie is like, what the hell happened? Well, we already know, surgery. A lot of them. Right? It's just like, she was never ugly. That's the thing. Like, I don't understand why she felt the need to fucking, like, get put under so many fucking times to try to alter her face. You know, it made her look worse, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I hate her because of how overpushed she is, but it has nothing to do with her looks. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. I don't get it. And then we see main event Jey Uso Yeet, and he is back to be in the main event because he won in the main event at the Royal Rumble, and quite possibly he might win in the main event in night one, because damn sure he ain't going on at night two, which, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I don't want to see fucking Cody get another main event, a true main event. Why? Because fuck Cody Rhodes. He doesn't deserve it. Oh, fuck you to Jay, Mike. He's out here, crowd's going crazy from the concession stands out there into the fucking audience. You see the organic ovation that he got here in Cleveland tonight. It's part of the reason why he won the Royal Rumble this year. And quite frankly, I don't see anybody else on the main roster getting that type of reaction the way that Jey Uso does. So, in my eyes, he's probably the top babyface here in the company. What about Cody Rhodes? Absolutely fucking not. More and more people are slowly waking up to see how much of a complete and absolute bore, an insufferable bore, shout out to Matt Hardy, that Cody Rhodes is, right? It took them long enough, but they're getting there. You still hear your people drinking the Kool-Aid, you know, they'll never see the light. That's life. You know what I mean? Some people can't be helped. But Jey continues to have his long-ass entrance. He daps up Pat McAfee. He tries to dap up Michael Cole. He gets to the first time. He gets to the second time. He almost fucked up the third time, but I'll let it slide because he did make contact. But and Pat was like, whoa, was like, I'm proud of you. You almost fucked that up, low key, but you did it. Like, you fucking did it. He then enters the ring, and it takes about a good 3 minutes before he even says anything. The crowd was going crazy. Just for him standing there. You know, he's trying to get his composure, keep his emotions in check, or like catch his breath. Maybe the combination of the two. I don't know. But the crowd was still going crazy. Now, that's the reaction a babyface should be getting. Cody Rhodes never got that. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That shit was artificial. This shit right here is organic. It's as real as it gets. You understand? But he grabs the mic, he says, you know, thank you, Cleveland. And to be honest, he's like, I don't even know what to say right now. You know, I stepped into the game about 15 years ago, you know, to do this pro wrestling thing with my twin brother, Jimmy. You know, it's been one hell of a ride. You know, multiple tag team championships. You know, enter the bloodline. You know, that shit was lit. All important chapters in my career. And at some point, I had to ask myself if I could do this whole singles thing, be out here on my own. And based off this reaction here in Cleveland, you damn right I can. Now, he didn't say it just like that. He did stumbling over his words, you know, selling the emotion. All right. And I know some people are going to show it, you know, some people are tired of grown men crying and all that, this, that, and third. And I get that. I do. All right. But at the same time, I'm like, he's not The Rock. It's not Stone Cold Steve Austin. All right. It's not Triple H. It's not Shawn Michaels. He's Jey Uso. He's his own man. All right. So this is the reaction I would expect from Jey Uso. So I don't have a problem because it's real. Right. This is him. He then says, that's why I went on to win the Royal Rumble Oost, and I'm a main event WrestleMania 41. And at some point, the crowd was chanting, you deserve it. You deserve it. And he does. Did people forget who won the last two Royal Rumbles back to back? Come on, man. This is a step in the right direction. Again, I wanted it to be L.A. Knight. Yeah. But Jey Uso, that's fine because it's unpredictable. Right? Majority of people did not see this shit coming, including myself. Except for like the diehard Jey Uso fans that, you know, believe in their heart that he can do it. And he did. And I can only imagine how happy those fans are. Right? I didn't think he could do it. I didn't think they were gonna fucking put the rocket ship on his back, but they did. Hopefully he makes a trip to the moon and becomes a world heavyweight champion at WrestleMania 41. Hell, I wouldn't mind if he challenges Cody's bitch ass and tells him straight up and down what a true babyface looks like, whoop the American cock's ass, and becomes the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. I'd love to see it, but we all know that's not gonna happen. So he gets interrupted by the reigning, defending, undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, the reigning Gunther. Who I had to say this was easily his best promo because he actually had some energy out there tonight. Some conviction in his voice. Make it seem like he actually gives a fuck. Like he believes 110% that he is the man in the WWE. He goes out there, he says, Jey, I want to tell you that I'm proud of you, but I have to be honest, I'm disappointed because I don't want to go down this road again, Jey. I already beat your ass before, again, and again, and again, and again. This does nothing for my legacy. Now, beating someone like Roman Reigns or John Cena or CM Punk, that does something for my legacy. So I'm telling you right now, Jay, I refuse to go down this road again. And I'm telling you right now, I'm looking you dead in your eye. If you choose me at WrestleMania 41, I'm going to make each and every day a living hell for you. I'm going to give you the ass whooping this industry has never seen before. And I will put you down like the diseased dog you are. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, you said you got rabies, nigga. You gonna let him talk to you like that, Jay? But lucky for you, Jay, you have options. Consider them. Walks away. He's like, whoa, hold on, Deuce. It's like, ain't you tired? I know I'm tired. Cleveland's tired. I'm tired of hearing he's not a singles wrestler. Yeet. He doesn't deserve to be in the main event. Yeet. He can't win the Royal Rumble. Yeet. He can't go on to be in the true main event at WrestleMania 41. Yeet. I'm telling you straight up right now, Luther. I'm heading to SmackDown to talk to Cody. Best believe I'm heading to main event WrestleMania 41. And I will walk out a world champion. And that's it. All right, so this is a good start. All right. This is what they need to do. Like I said in the video I did yesterday, the build-up for these two is crucial, right? Both these two need to be on their A game because there's a lot of hamnagers out there that don't want to see this fucking match. Whereas so it's up to these two at Triple H to prove those people wrong, right? Will they do it? I don't know. All right, be honest, it's Triple H we're talking about. I don't fucking know. But that's all that happened here, so we move on. Go see some bonus footage from the Royal Rumble. John Cena, he says, I'm here to announce that I will be in the Elimination Chamber. And I don't give a shit about what else he's saying, like the 17, 18-time world champion. Who gives a fuck? All right, I just like how he just announced that he's in the Elimination Chamber, where everybody else got to wrestle to earn a spot to be in an Elimination Chamber. You know, that is what it is. But moving on, we get the next match, and that's Ludwig Kaiser coming out. He says, why don't you people show me some gratitude? Everybody keeps talking about Penta. Penta this, Penta that. Oh yeah, you love him, don't you? That's because he's a peasant just like all of you. I'm like, talk your shit, man. For 3 weeks now, he comes out here, he gets a fancy entrance, he gets all the people loving him. He got more than I ever got. What about me? There you go. I mean, he's not wrong. he's not wrong. They go commercial, we get back, Penta's doing his entrance, and now let's see why Ludwig Kaiser is pissed off. This man lasted only 6 seconds. That's all the airtime he got at the Royal Rumble. So I'll be pissed off too. I don't blame him. Alright, we get the match, but the match is predictable. Why? Because Ludwig Kaiser is a jobber. So you fast forward to the finish. Penta hits a sacrifice, which is the inverted arm breaker, which I do agree with some people's takes saying that he shouldn't be doing this as a transitional move. It should be protected like the pump kick. Like that's the type of move you do to take a motherfucker out. Don't pull Cody Rhodes because I'll never fucking forget this. It was in AEW, it was Penta versus Cody Rhodes. Penta hits the arm breaker on Cody. He then proceeds to beat Penta with one arm. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. But unfortunately, it's only a matter of time before that happens here in the WWE. Probably like CM Punk, Roman, Cena, like Cody probably do it again for the second time. Now, anybody that's high up on the food chain will kick out of the arm breaker and possibly beat Penta, even though that move should be a finisher. But it's sacrificed. It's a Penta driver on Ludwig for the 1, 2, 3. Penta goes over. After the match, Jackie tries to get an interview with Penta. Penta says, thank you so much. Pete, don't call him butcher, he'll fuck you up. Done. Comes out. He calls it distraction for Ludwig Kaiser. Hits the square hammer finisher onto Penta. And that's it. That's all that happened here, so we move on. Next, we go backstage with the Judgment Jobbers. They're now on week 12 of the same fucking game in 2K24, and I don't give a shit about any of these people. I don't. It's sad how much Finn Balor's stock has fallen over the years. This man used to be one of my favorite wrestlers at one point. coming from New Japan Bullet Club is real. So this, man, oh man, like, keep getting that check. That's all I can say, man. Dom, they're not doing shit with Dom. Liv Morgan will always be mid. Raquel Rodriguez, I don't give a shit about, has no charisma. Carlito's a jobber, and poor JD, he did hurt himself last week, but thankfully it wasn't worse than what it could have been, because that was a nasty bump he took. Like, he hit the back of that fucking announce table hard. Alright? That was nasty. So at least he's not, he's gonna be out for a little bit, so hopefully he'll be back soon enough. Yeah, I don't give a shit about Judgment Jobbers, man. Break the shit up already.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
We now move on to the worst segment of the night. We get Charlotte Flair. Woo! AKA Big Bird, because I don't know what the fuck she was wearing out here tonight. And after the pipe band chants goes away, where we hear the real reaction for Charlotte Flair. Big ups to Cleveland as they booed the shit out of Charlotte Flair. And she tried her best to play it off. She says, it doesn't matter if you woo me or if you boo me. I get a reaction out of you people. And I love you, Cleveland. I was out for a year and a half fighting an ACL surgery, and I fought every day to come back here to be in front of all of you. And it's like, we don't care. Alright? Shut your ass up. God damn. God, she sucks. I don't understand people who like this woman, man. What's Charlotte Flair's best promo? I like to know. To any fans of Charlotte out there, what's her best promo? Because this damn sure ain't it. I will just... it's terrible, man. This shit's fucking awful. She then gets interrupted by the reigning, defending, undisputed Raw Women's World Champion Rhea Bloody Ripley. She comes out here to beg and plead for Charlotte to pick her at WrestleMania 41. Charlotte says, "Hello, mommy." Rhea says, "If you haven't forgotten, the last time we met, I beat you." And then Charlotte was like, "Oh yeah, well, in case you've forgotten, the first time we met, I beat you." I'm just like, this... This shit's fucking AIDS. Holy shit. Who thought this was a good idea? Just imagine listening to these two cut promo backstage, right? And you're Triple H. You're like, yeah, I love it. The people will love it. This is cinema. No, this is fucking trash. That's what the fuck this is. Charlotte then says, well, I might go down to NXT to bury Julia, or I might go to SmackDown to bury Tiffany Stratton, or I can just bury you at WrestleMania 41 once and for all. That's all that happened here. The segment fucking sucked.
Garbage day!
Right. This is what happens when you put two overpushed, shitty mic workers into the formula. You get this result. Boring, garbage-ass television. Who could possibly be entertained by this? And watch people, they're like, oh man, this shit is peak. Oh gosh, that segment between Charlotte and Rhea was fucking awesome. I'm just like, more power to you and people who have that mindset, I guess, but not me. I know heel television, when I see it, this ain't it. But that's all that happened here, so we move on. We then go backstage with Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. Jey was like, hey dog, what happened at the Rumble, man? I didn't mean for that to happen. It was personal. Sami was like, man, it's all good, bruh. You won the Rumble, so now you gotta go on to WrestleMania 41 and finish it. It's like, you got this, you deserve it. And he's like, man, love to hear that, dog, man. Yeah, I'll catch up with you. He leaves. Then we see non-Killer Cross. He says, Sammy, I just gotta ask you, how does it feel to be the biggest cuck here on Raw? to watch everybody go out there and fulfill your fantasies and dreams before you, right in front of your eyes. Sammy says, like, look, listen, I don't have time for this shit, man, and you don't want to get on my bad side. Cross says, like, whoa, I got no problem with you, Sammy, but we can make it a problem. That's all that happened here. So we move on. We see New Day. They got some like Baldur's Gate 3 gear on. They got a new fucking Titantron. They got a new theme song. Xavier, he grabs the mic. He says that what happened last weekend was a complete travesty, as a New Day were excluded to be in the Royal Rumble. I'll be pissed off too. I mean, like, this follow-up from New Day's heel turn has been a complete bust. Alright? This absolute letdown. And there's like zero follow-up, from that excellent segment that they had with Big E. Just treating them like jobbers. It's like, what the fuck is the point in having them fucking be heels if you're not gonna push them? Now, Coffee then says, like, no one has had more Royal Rumble moments than me. I am the Royal Rumble. And I'm like, he's not wrong. Even though, despite him not winning, he has had a lot of, like, there's always a discussion, like, oh, what's Kofi gonna do this time to save himself? And we didn't get that this year. Well, I didn't even watch it, so yeah, but apparently he wasn't even in the fucking match. So, I don't know, man. Coffee then says, like, man, we need to get out of Cleveland faster than Myles Garrett. And the crowd booed, and Myles Garrett, he's a defensive end on the Cleveland Browns. I guess he got traded somewhere else, or he just said, fuck it, I'm out of here. I'm not exactly sure because I don't keep up with NFL news. Right, but they go to commercial. We see Rhea Ripley, Io Sky backstage. Io says, I'll see you at WrestleMania. Rio says, like, yeah, you might. Man, that's just like, they're really trying to force this fucking angle, this story between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky at WrestleMania 41. And I'm just like, why? For what? Alright, like, oh, this is going to be a banger. Well, what about the build-up for the match? Huh? It will be entertaining for all the wrong reasons. You got one that barely speak English, you got the other one that knows she sucks on a fucking mic, yet they hand her one each and every week. That is a recipe for disaster. Right? When then we see Liv Morgan pulls up, does a drive-by on Io Sky, whoops her ass. Right, Rhea comes in for the save. Liv runs away, taunting Rhea in the process. Then we see Raquel hit one of the worst pounces I've ever seen in my life. You can't call that the pounce. No, they didn't have that oomph. This was terrible. Right? With the lack of momentum from Raquel, she says, charges into Rhea Ripley, who barely bumps off the fucking pounce onto the little Studio Series equipment there. Has to rope herself over due to the lack of momentum from Raquel Rodriguez. Then we see Liv and Raquel laughing at the fact that they whooped both their asses. So all of this is to set up a tag team match probably next week of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Whoop-de-doo. We then get back to the New Day match, and we see that they're going up against Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. And look at this infographic right here. Alright, I was like, what the fuck is that? Now, can someone explain to me how Logan Paul, who's only been a United States champion, has been wrestling for like, what, 2-3 years now, has a 90, while Rey Mysterio, who's been doing this shit for decades, a multiple-time world champion, has a 86. You can't make this shit up. Not to mention, like, this game has been having the same animations for a decade now. So yeah, I'm good on 2K25. I'll still stick with 2K23, and hell, I might even pick up AEW's Fight Forever. I might pick it up just to say fuck it, give it a chance. We're gonna fast forward to the finish of the match, which is Logan Paul getting involved. Cleveland booed the fuck out of him. He yanks out Rey Mysterio to throw his ass back in there, giving no time for Kofi Kingston to hit the Trouble in Paradise with a 1-2-3, and thanks to the assistance from Logan Paul, New Day goes over. And apparently Logan Paul eliminated CM Punk from the Royal Rumble. That's hilarious. If I would have seen that live, I would have laughed my ass off. speaking of Punk, we see him backstage. He says, I'd say sorry to Sami Zayn and all his fans in advance because I had to whoop his ass so I could advance to the Elimination Chamber in March. That's all he really said here, so we move on. We go to the Mean Gene position with Jackie and the Alpha Babes, because that's what they're called now. Otis is fired up. Maxine said, we took into consideration what American Made said to us last week. And you know what we did? I threw out that little chihuahua from the Royal Rumble. The crowd cheered. Right then we see A-Town Down Under, who I forgot were even on Raw. They show up. Grayson Waller says, yeah, big ups to Maxine Dupree right here. She now knows 2 wrestling moves. And you, Jackie, you're about as smart as the people here in Cleveland. Austin Theory then says, yo, Maxine, I gotta ask you, what you do with Timon and Pumbaa right here? Which was a Lion King reference if you don't know. He says, isn't Tozawa, ain't you the same dude that lost your spot to a YouTuber? And Otis steps up, he's like, hey, what you want to do, son? I'll whoop your ass right here, right now. Grayson Waller says, hey, you're lucky lads, we don't do business here at Cleveland. Let's get out of here. Now, this shit had me dying. Well, pay attention to Grayson Waller. He goes, tries to dap up a little fan right there. You know, he sticks his hand out for a fist bump. The kid sticks his hand up. He puts his shit down and looks at him. That shit had me dying. That's hilarious. That's a fucking savage. Even the homeboy, looked like his brother was laughing too. Like that. That's the funniest shit I've seen on this fucking episode of Raw. The big ups to Grayson Waller for that. That's fucking hilarious. But moving on, this show of footage of I Show Speed getting the shit speared out of him from LeBron Breaker at the Royal Rumble. Even I seen the clip. And big ups to Speed for taking that bump because he laid into him. All 90 pounds of him, getting speared by a fucking Braun Breaker who's he's 240, 250 probably, if I had to guess. So yeah, big ups to him for taking that bump. We then see Triple B, Big Booty Bailey in the audience. And Lyra Valkyria, the reigning defending, Harley defending these days, but again, undisputed Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria, who apparently they're trying to go after the Women's World Title at Elimination Chamber. But I'm like, what about your title? I mean, aren't you going to defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship? Matter of fact, when's the last time you even wrestled on Raw? But what do I know, right? We get the match between Io Sky and Liv Morgan. Apparently, both these two ladies were in that bitch for a hot minute. And apparently, they lasted over an hour, and Roxanne eclipsed both of them. How fucking long was she in that fucking match? Hot damn. This was probably match of the night, if I had to pick one. Alright, it's predictable. So you fast forward to the finish. Rhea gets involved, stomps a mudhole and Raquel. But Liv tries to help out. Rhea punches Liv. Mask gets disqualified. Io was like, what the fuck was that? So Liv Morgan is now the first participant in the Women's Elimination Chamber. And I'm just like, we get Liv and Rhea again. Okay, here we go. Fucking A. Right, then Rhea tries to apologize to Io. Io should have smacked the shit out of her, but she walks away. She's like, she ain't trying to hear that shit, and I don't blame her. I didn't ask you to come out here. What the fuck you doing? Then go backstage with the War Raiders and American Made. Chad Gable says, enough with you two. You guys take out JD, and now you're holding those 2 titles hostage. You two aren't championship material. My boys are championship material. And these 2 can out-wrestle you any day of the week. And Eric says, oh yeah, they may out-wrestle us, but what about a fight? Because you want to take these titles from us, you need to go to war. When they walk away, and Chad was like, listen, I must depart to the unknown lands of the Lucha Libre. I have to master your dark arts. And by the time I get back, Ivy, I expect you to be the Women's Intercontinental Champion, and the Creed Brothers, I expect you to be the Raw Tag Team Champions. He then puts on his Ray-Bans and says,
I'll be back.
like he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. But that's all that happened here. We move on. They show a video package for another wrestling show. They're gonna add Evolve, which they bought out like a couple years ago or some shit like that. So yeah, so we have Raw, we have SmackDown, we have NXT. I don't think is NXT Level Up still a thing. So you got NXT Level Up, you got Speed, whoever the fuck's still watching that bullshit, and now we have Evolve, and not to mention the PLEs from both the main roster and NXT. It's too fucking much, at least for me. You got some fans that love this shit, that they watch wrestling 24/7. Not me. Got me fucked up. Think I'm watching this bullshit 24/7? Absolutely not. Get the fuck out of here. But we move on. We see Adam Pearce backstage. He says that the phenomenal AJ Styles is now exclusively on Raw until he randomly shows up on SmackDown or NXT because. And then we see the badass LeBron Breaker show up. He says like, AJ Styles, you like him? He's a good guy? Well, what about me? Because it seems like you care more about AJ Styles than you do your Intercontinental Champion. And it's like, fucking thank you. Like, why is your champion having to mention that? And like Adam was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. You know I respect you in that championship. Do you? When's the last fucking time LeBron Breaker wrestled on Raw or defended his championship, huh? What, Saturday night's main event? But okay, that doesn't count. I'm talking about on Raw, right? Because more times than not, you just show him he's in the fucking crowd, goofy smile on his face. He needs to be out there squashing jobbers and defending his championship on a regular fucking basis. That's how you build up a guy like LeBron Breaker, who is the future in this fucking company. It's not hard. If we move on, we then get a promo from Heisenberg from Resident Evil Village, or 8, whatever you want to call it, aka Seth Cuckold Rollins. He says, I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. Same shit he always fucking says. And I remember seeing this anonymous comment online. He said, like, the two best mic workers in wrestling, Seth Rollins and MJF. I laughed my ass off when I seen that comment. I'm like, huh? Seth Rollins is the best mic worker in the business. Holy shit. I mean, like, we are doomed. Wrestling is done. It is cooked. If Rollins is the best mic worker you got. Alright. He calls out Sami Zayn, a fellow cuck in arms. He says, Sami, I know you hate CM Punk, and I hope you kick his fucking ass. You're still Sami Zayn, right? You made an event at WrestleMania. Right? You're better than him. You need to prove that here tonight in Cleveland. Which leads us to the main event. Sami Zayn versus old CM Punk to determine who gets to enter the Elimination Chamber. Now, did anybody truly believe that Sami Zayn was going to go over on CM Punk here tonight? I'd like to know. Fast forward towards the finish of the match. See CM Punk talking this shit. He says, see that big ass WrestleMania sign? That's all for me. You're not on my level. It's for me, not you. It will never be you. Fast forward. Sami tries to go for the Haluva kick. CM Punk counters into the GTS. Sami goes night night. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk goes over. He's now the first entrant into the Elimination Chamber in March. As I predicted, I already said he wasn't going to win the Royal Rumble, and I was correct. Now, there's a good chance he might win the Elimination Chamber, so I'm just saying. But he sticks out his hand for Sami to shake, and Sami, like the cuckold that he is, shakes CM Punk's hand, even though CM Punk was talking shit the entire match to Sami Zayn. We then see Kevin Owens, who attacks Sami Zayn from behind, hits a package, pile driver, to Sami Zayn to end the show. Alright, and I'm glad to see the package pile driver back. Right, it's a safe move, and I've never seen Kevin Owens hurt anybody doing it. And I just noticed here at the end of the show, hey yo, boom, 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 boom. West Side Gun in attendance, and they didn't even point him out, I don't think. That's it for Monday night's Raw. An okay episode, had its moments. The highlight for me was Grayson Waller embarrassing that poor kid live on Netflix for the whole world to see. That's hilarious and absolutely savage. I love it. Right? That shit had me dying. Also, LeBron Breaker stepping up to Adam Pearce telling him, why the fuck am I not getting booked on Raw to defend this championship on a regular basis? Thank you. I'm glad somebody fucking said it. Yeah. Let me know you guys' thoughts on this show. Like if you like, hate if you hate. It's all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. Next video, again, I am still working on the NWA GCW videos. I'll put them out as soon as I can, right? But I wasted enough of your guys' time, so that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. I'm out of here. And until next time, adios.